Okay, so the socket set came, 3/4 inch Imperial. I thought I'd do a quick video for the chap over in Yankee Land that's got the blue cased one, because there's some interesting differences. So that's the one. Note they don't actually have the sizes of all the sockets on the label. And the case is improved. So the case is much tougher. No cracks or breaks in it. I was surprised because it only come in a thin cardboard box. There's no damage at all. The sockets aren't individually wrapped as yours were, and oiled to preserve them, which is sort of a shame, because if that had been the case I would have CRC'd them, lightly oiled them and put them back in the plastic bags for storage. But it's okay, I'll still oil them up and hopefully the case will still stop them from drying out. So, interesting differences. Yes, they're laser etched, but they've been listening to the customer obviously. They are also stamped. The light's not real good in here, so I'm using the flash, which of course you'll get reflections unfortunately. But yeah, so they bothered to stamp them as well, so I know people will like that. Quality is still very good. A few dings here and there, manufacturing dings on the different ones. See, there's a bit of a ding there. No big deal. The only thing with the stamping is they didn't line it up with the laser etching, so they're just randomly all over the place. Like some are half hanging underneath, some are sort of spun around a bit more. No big deal, but nice attention to detail. If they had lined them up, it would have looked nicer cosmetically. So I'll have to do a cheat sheet for this because it's not written on the outside. I'll just do a sheet, plastic coat it and put it in there just for the hell of it. I'll stick it to the outside so I know what's in it. So that's the Imperial set. Now for the fun of it, I've also brought out the slightly smaller metric set that I'd already bought. Well, I actually bought them at the same time, but the Imperial one came a couple of days later. So note this one does have on the outside the socket sizes and all the different pieces and what they are, which is good. The case is nowhere near as good as the black Imperial Vevor one. In fact, this one come with a big ding in the side, crack in the side. Probably because it came via Australia Post. Australia Post couldn't deliver anything in one piece to save their life, unfortunately. All the bits and pieces are plastic wrapped and oiled. Now the interesting thing is the three largest sockets are actually 1 inch drive, not 3/4 drive. So these are laser etched as well. No stamping on these, unfortunately. Different company, much the same, good quality. Probably comes out of the same factory, who knows. And there's your 1 inch adapter to go on the largest ones. And you've got a ratchet, nice quality. I like the side action of that instead of the horrible little piddly bit on the top that usually comes off. And all the other bits and pieces, extension bars, T-piece. Interestingly enough, that one does not slide into the ratchet. The only one that will is this one here, and only one end, which is interesting because I would have thought, I think that's an oversight, because that looks to me like they've designed it as part of the handle, but that's life. So they're the two sets that I ended up with. This one is a 27 piece, but of course that's because of the bars and the ratchet and the adapter and so on. But that was the biggest set I could get for metric in Australia that was affordable. As I say, that one's 28 So sorry, 65 mil. 65 mil. So there they are. That's what they're flogging on Greedy Bay in Aussie land.